Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Act 1, Scene 1 podcast by Strangeland Theatre. And today we have a very special guest once again, Lilly.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's really early. Once again.
It's very early, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know why we do this to ourselves, but every time we film, it's like really early. And I think you can see it on our faces.
Oh well, we'll get through this.
Yeah. But how are you doing? How is everything? How is life?
Life is pretty good
Yeah?
right now. Excitement in the air and the sun is out all week.
Yeah.
I feel like my life has improved and it's summer. You know, so like my brain thinks it's summer. So
Yeah.
I'm just happy.
Yeah.
That's how it is until the weather gets bad again. So
Yeah, which probably will be soon, but we're cherishing these days
I'm
where
not
it's
thinking
sunny.
I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about this week.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's going to be 17 degrees today. Can you imagine?
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's going to be 17 degrees today. Why do you think I'm wearing a skirt?
Amazing. That's really good to know, honestly. But yeah, can you introduce yourself actually?
Yes, my name is Lillian, or just Lily. I prefer that. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Bulgaria, and I'm a second-year creative business student.
Another Bulgarian.
Another Bulgarian. Can you imagine?
No, I cannot.
We're
honestly.
everywhere.
We're invading the country. Sorry, not sorry.
We're sorry. Actually, we're not sorry.
We're not sorry
You
at
love-
all.
You love us. You love us, okay?
How did you get involved with theater in general? Not this year specifically, but in general.
Back when I was in high school in Bulgaria, I was actually involved in speech and debate. I was in the team and everything. And yes, so basically what I did there, I wasn't doing the debate part, I was doing the slam poetry part.
Mm-hmm.
And that is very artistic, but in speech and debate, you don't have props, you only have your facial expressions and your hand gestures. And I loved having that as a creative outlet. So when I was looking for universities and everything, I loved that NHL Stenna had a theater group.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have experience in theater, except that I was in this random Spanish play from my high school. Do you know that? Do you know
No.
that? Oh yeah, we did like a random play for this competition, and we won second place actually. But I played a very small role, so I didn't really have experience with theater.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came here, I was like, oh, I have to try out. This is so new to me and everything. So I did, and at first, I actually sucked. Like, I wasn't that good. I was cast as an understudy. Not because I wasn't that good, but because that's how the roles fit everyone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I really needed to get used to that because in theater, you have the props, you have the people. You're not necessarily always talking to the audience. You're also talking to the people that you play on stage with.
Mm-hmm.
While in speech and debate, it's just yourself and the audience. So at first, I was very over-exaggerating everything.
Mm-hmm.
And people had to tell me, you know, that's not how it's done.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I got into the flow of it and I got the hang of it.
Yeah.
So that's my...
And you decided to continue with theater also this year.
Yes, because I was there last year as an understudy, and this year I am in the play again. I just wanted to be an actor again because I love being on stage. I love that feeling.
Which role is your favorite?
From
Out of the
From
the two.
both plays? Oh my god! But
Say
both
it.
roles are so special. Because when I was doing Jasmine, was that her name? I think so.
I don't remember.
I think her name was Jasmine, right?
The role last year.
The role I played the sister of Dana. The role last year. She had a monologue. She had a moment. She broke down. I was crying on stage. This year, I'm doing a Scottish accent. And it's so fun because this year I feel like I'm so much more unhinged because my character's unhinged.
True. True.
And it's so fun to play that role.
Yeah, honestly, you literally dived into my next question. I was literally about to...
sorry.
No, that's okay. I was literally about to ask you, like, tell me more about your current role and what you're doing.
Okay. So my current role... Can I say the name of my character?
Sure.
I think I can.
Yeah, because we're getting really close to the play dates.
Okay, so you should probably remember these names. I play one of the 12 matrons, and my character's name is Kitty Gibbons, and she's from Oban, Scotland.
Can you give us a Scottish accent?
Right now?
Yes. I'm putting you on the spot. Come on. Do it.
One more. Do you want me to speak in it, or do you want me to say like a random line that I have?
Just a random line, honestly.
Let me think of something that's not a spoiler.
Yes.
She doesn't speak, Your Honor.
It's so funny while rehearsals. Like I'm trying my best to hold my laughter, honestly, when I'm hearing the Scottish accent, because like you're doing it so well. But at the same time, it's so funny. It's so funny.
That's what I love about the character. She can say the most like basic line, and I just hear people in the audience laughing.
Yeah.
And I love that. It just makes me feel so good about myself, because actually at first I wasn't required to do the accent.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I was just scrolling on TikTok, and I just got this video, how to do a Scottish accent.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is a funny video. Let me try to do one of my lines in a Scottish accent. I did one of my lines.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, I felt like I rediscovered my character again. I mean, she was written to be Scottish, so her lines make sense that they're going to be in a Scottish accent. Like, she has all the I's and all the wee bets and stuff like that. So I felt like I rediscovered her, and she immediately became so much funnier. So I went to theater the next day, and I was like, hey guys, look what I can do. And everybody was like, you have to do the accent. So
honestly, yeah.
I put a lot of research, time, and actually yesterday I met up with a Scottish employee that works in the hospitality building. And because I wanted to ask her more about Scotland and her accent, how she does it, tips and tricks, or taps.
Yeah.
And she recommended me podcasts and everything. That was very insightful. So I think I'm putting a lot of effort into it. So people better laugh at me, okay?
Not because, but because the accent is funny.
Because of the accent, yes. That's what I meant.
Yeah. What is a past project that you worked on, like related to either the debates or theater now, that you like is the most memorable one?
A past project? Do you mean project like acting, or?
Yeah. Or something in the debates that really, like a memory from the debates that really stands out.
Memory, oh my god.
Either good or bad, doesn't matter.
I have a lot of memories from speech and debate, but when I was first starting out, so I was like 15 years old, and this was my second competition ever, I did a really like deep and emotional poem about eating disorders. It was called Skinny Girls Bleed Flowers by Savannah Brown. You should check it out. It's so good. And I was so inexperienced with speech and debate back then, but I was like so empowered. And I had someone in mind while doing this poem and everything, and people were making fun of me. They were laughing at me while doing this poem. Yeah, in semifinals, I had an entire like team of people just like laughing at my poem or everything.
Really?
But I didn't care. Like, when I tell you in that moment, like, when you're so into something, you don't really pay attention, because with time, you also just get used to not paying attention to distractions.
Yeah.
And then the person who was making fun of me, they got up as well. They did their things. I got to finals, they didn't get, and then I won first place.
That's what they get.
That's what they get. Like, that's what they get.
My God.
So that's a really nice memory. And because for first, second, and third place, I was from my town, and then there were two other people from the same town. I beat both of them, and I was first place, and they were second, third, and they were so mad about it.
Haters can hate.
Haters can hate.
All they want.
But I remember that fondly, because it was like my first big win. And yeah.
Amazing. Without spoilers, can you describe this year's play?
Can I describe this year's play? If you thought last year's play was bad and makes your jaw drop, this year's play will make your jaw drop to the floor. Like, you'll walk in there and you'll walk out and be like, what did I just watch? It'll make you think about things that you have never have before. It'll make you think about how unfair life in the world is.
So it's pretty relevant to these days, you could say.
Yes, I could say, especially with things that are going on around in the world.
Yeah.
It's just, like, of course, back then it was much worse, but I would say that it's still
very relevant. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's very relevant.
Yeah, but I hope that when people come and watch it, they actually think about these things.
Yeah. What are the challenges and opportunities you think that theater brings?
the challenges. Challenges is definitely getting on stage, being in front of all these people,
Yeah.
talking at the right volume so everybody can hear you. That's another big one. And just because this play, there's so many people on stage at the same time.
Yeah.
And you're interacting with them, and you're constantly in a role. So even when you're not necessarily talking to the audience or having a line, you just have to interact. You're still in character, but at the same time, you have to listen to your cues, and you're moving, and you're talking, and there's so many things that you have to remember, and you have to multitask.
Yeah.
So that is, and I also have the accent.
Oh my, yes.
So that's another challenge, and that's why at some points, instead of doing a Scottish accent, I lean more towards Balkan.
Towards Balkan?
Yeah, because sometimes my R's are a bit too hard, like the Balkan. I do the r,
Yeah.
and I just sound so. Let me think of an example. So, I say master for the Scottish one, but when I'm really in it and just very focused, I say Mister, Mister, which is not how you say it. And sometimes I say these things, and I'm like, that sounded so bad.
But to be fair, like if you did it like last time when we had a rehearsal, you cannot pick it up. Like you can pick it up
Monday.
No,
Or
Thursday. Last Thursday. Because if you accidentally do it, you cannot really hear it. Like from the audience, you cannot really hear it. But
Nice.
I know that you can hear yourself,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, shit, you know.
Yeah, but we're getting there slowly. So I'm
What
excited.
about the opportunities?
The opportunities? I think public speaking as a whole is a skill that everybody should have. Especially theater really helps with that. I know people that have tried out theater just so they can be more comfortable in themselves and in front of people, because stepping out on stage and doing the crazy things that we're going to do just gives you so much confidence, and then you feel like you can do everything else. So.
Yeah. How do you battle these, how do you call them? Like barriers that you have. For
Barriers?
example, not speaking loud enough and you think that you're screaming, but you're actually not.
I just try to speak from my diaphragm.
Yeah.
And I just try again, and when the creative directors say louder, louder, you try not to get annoyed, because obviously everybody just wants this production to work. So you keep in mind that they're not saying this to make you feel bad or anything. They're saying this so it can actually work. So when you keep that in mind, you just try your best.
Yeah.
And at first it might seem like you're not getting anywhere, but there's always that one rehearsal where it just clicks.
Yeah.
And everything just falls into place.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. Well, not also waiting, also working very hard, I promise, for that to happen. So I would say for those challenges, you just practice. Definitely.
Because it's been a long ride with this play.
This play started in September. Things went down, and it's going to be in April. That's almost the entire school year.
Almost, yeah. Because, like, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, we kind of talked about it in the previous episode, but not really. But, like, it's a real shame that we had to push it. But also, I don't think that you guys were ready.
And Kitty wasn't going to be Scottish if it was in February.
True.
Kitty was not going to be Scottish, so I think for me it was for the better. But also, yeah, I felt like we were moving so fast with this play. And this year's play was actually held earlier than last year. Last year was at the end of February, beginning of March.
Yeah.
For some reason, this year they wanted it to do beginning of February.
Yeah.
Which is insane for a longer play, for like a 2.5-hour play.
Damn. So you guys should come and watch it.
Please, you should. We went through so much, and we're working so hard. Please come and watch it, please.
Are there people in theater, like actors, that you really like, you work really close with?
Yes, because my character is very close with another character, so we have scenes together, and overall just our dynamic is we're very close in the entire theater, an entire play, so we had to have extra rehearsals and stuff like that, and the energizers we also do together. Her name's Katja.
Did you have any, like, I wouldn't say problems, but challenges while working with her, while you were kind of trying to navigate with each other?
I would say because she took on the role of someone who dropped out of the play.
Yeah.
For her, it's definitely harder to still get into the character,
Mm-hmm.
and she's still, learning the reins and everything. So I've already done these things. I've already done these scenes with someone else. So basically, I just have to guide her.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't say that it's kind of repetitive to do something that you've already done, but also like these scenes have a new light to them because it's a new person, it's a new character, so we've added new things as well. So that's
Really?
actually, like, I'm not gonna say because I don't want to spoil, but basically, just the scenes, we have made them our own, So I would say, she's still testing the waters and stuff like that, but she's doing really well.
Yeah.
So
good chemistry.
good chemistry.
Amazing chemistry. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna have my. Sure. What is the message, do you think, of this year's play?
What is the message?
Without spoiling anything.
Ooh, there are a lot of messages, are they not? Oh, I so want to say a line in the play because it's.
Is it a spoiler?
No, I don't think it's a spoiler. If it is, we can cut it out.
You can say it. Okay.
Okay, so why would people blame God when they have a woman to blame instead?
Without spoiling anything, honestly. Yeah.
It's not spoiling anything.
No, it's not.
No, because I heard that line and I was like, it sums up the play so well.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, yeah.
So that's how I would describe the message of the play.
Oh, amazing. What would you advise people that are just starting now with theater and are really unsure?
Just putting yourself out there is already a step in the right direction. You're so courageous for actually doing it. And at first, it's going to feel so weird. First, you're probably not gonna be that comfortable, and you're going to be like, "What the fuck is this? What are these people?" I feel so cringe because a lot of people just feel very cringe at the beginning.
Yeah.
But you have to go through that in order to get better. We have all started from somewhere. Even in the beginning, when I was like 15 years old, starting with speech and debate, I was shaking. Going up to people, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But you have to go through that in order to be better. So just face the shame, face the fear, just punch it in the face and be like, yeah, I am afraid right now. Yeah, I am kind of cringe right now, but I will deal with it.
Those are things that you can overcome.
You can overcome, yes. And most of the time, you take those things, you take this anxiety and fear and everything, and with time, you learn how to use it in your actual performance. Yeah. So you channel that energy from something negative to something very positive. So that happens with time. So just practice is my advice.
Amazing. Well, we would love to see you play your Scottish girly.
Oh my God.
Can you say one more line, please?
One more line. Let me think of a line that's not gonna spoil the entire play. Because the thing is, most of my lines are so unhinged.
True.
I don't think I have like one normal line as this character.
You can say the one with the man in the head, you know.
Oh, the man in the head. Which one?
That you cannot judge yeah.
You cannot choose a husband by the size of his head. But it's very early. My accent's not revved up.
It's true. But there you have it. Like the Scottish accent.
Yeah. You cannot choose a husband by the size of his head.
Amazing. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for this lovely conversation.
Thank you for having me. It was so fun.
Of course.
I love talking.
Make sure you guys mark your calendars 7th, 16th, and 17th of April.
Be there.
Be there.
Be there. I need to see your shocked faces in the audience.
We have room for a lot of people, so be there. Also, maybe I will put a link in the description for online tickets.
She will put a link.
I will put a link. So if you haven't secured already a ticket, do that. We have also not the photo booth, the ticket booth at the uni. So make sure to find us there also. Other than that, again, it was lovely talking with you.
Thank you. Loved being here.
Sorry?
Loved being here.
Stop. Oh my God. Stop that. Yeah, but other than that, thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you with the next episode.
See ya.
See ya.